in the UK, how that impacts me, how that's impacting you, what we can do about it, and my overall thought. So if that's something you're interested in, watch this video. Let's talk about it. International Carl doing another video for you as always. This time coming to you live, as you'll see this later. But as you've seen recently, the Bank of England has raised interest rates 50 basis points. What does that mean? We're now floating at 1.75% base rate. And what does that mean for you? If you are a renter, if you are a homeowner, if you have a loan, well, everything just got that much more expensive. And it just got that much more expensive for us all. How does that impacting me? Well, as a person with several properties, what does that mean? It means as it comes time to refinance these properties, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to raise rents. And I don't like doing that. And in some cases, you know, these rents are gonna be going up 400 pounds, 500 pounds, because the rates keep going up higher and higher and higher. You know, I don't have, you know, I'm forecasting across the board having to raise rents at least 300-400 pounds. And one of the things I've always prided myself on doing, yes, I could raise rents every year 5%, you know, year on year on year. But if you're a good tenant, gonna stay long, you know, sometimes I just might raise you. If the market says I can raise you 100, maybe I raise you just 50. We just split it. So that way, you know, you can keep a little extra in your pocket. Because I'm comfortable, I'm fine. Where other landlords, they raise your rent every year, 5%, you know, kick you out, then raise it to the next person, 30%. I don't do that. I like people to be in a home and make it their home. So, you know, that's how these rising interest rates are going to impact people, real people. Now, what's causing all of this? Simple. The world went on a spending spree during COVID, for starters, but it became this race to print money. You know, no country, or no, you know, like, I don't say country because the EU has the European Central Bank, but, you know, no central bank wanted to be caught with the highest interest rate. So everybody started printing money, crazy. And now the bill is due. The bill is due. And then you tack that on with the fact that businesses have more money now than they ever have before. So if you go back to 2008, for those that remember, during the Great Recession, you had a recession. You had 2 quarters of negative GDP in America. But businesses at that time had way less money in the bank to weather that. So they started laying people off fast. They started cutting. It's a cyclical cycle where they start to create the problem that they all trying to avoid. And that's what happened. Fast forward to, what is this? 12 years? No, 14 years to 2022. Now you have all this money out there, more money than you know what to do with. But then these businesses have trillions of dollars in their bank, in their pocket. You know, 5 times as much as they had before the 2008 recession happened. So you have technically 2 quarters of negative GDP in America, but these companies have all this money. So they're not laying anybody off. So you're having record unemployment in America, and you're having the same kind of impact around Europe and the UK as well. You know, businesses have more money than they ever had. and you still have low unemployment, so people can find jobs, because you can't find people for the jobs right now. And I think that what's impacting that a little bit is but you still need work, and no generation has created anywhere close to the amount of babies that the boomers did. I was talking last night. I was like, my grandmother personally had 6 babies. 6. One died as an infant, but 6 babies. I don't know anybody who's had 6 kids. You know, people having 2 or 3. You know, a lot of people having 1 or none. And so having to replace these boomers is a problem. And that's creating part of the issue. So we're in a quasi recession, but not a recession, but technically a recession, because people are redefining what a recession is. You're not seeing the same impact that general recessions are. So since you're having high inflation, extreme, I call it extreme, low unemployment, the central banks recognize that they put too much money out there, and now they're raising these rents. They're raising these rates ridiculously high, really, really fast, which is trying to create me, you, and everybody else to get us to stop buying stuff, to slow down the rate of consumption. Because the higher interest rates go, the amount of demand will tamp down. And they're trying to tamp it down gradually. But, you know, it's just, you know, these high interest rates. Yeah, I do know that mortgage rates back in the 80s and in the 90s was 15%, ultra high. I understand. Historically, we're low. That part I get. Historically, we are at an all-time low in terms of interest rates. That part I get. It's not lost on me. But we are where we are now, and people are used to a particular rate. And, you know, America, you know, I was talking with my dad about it as well, is that, like, you know, the properties in America that we have is, they're on 30-year fixed terms. So, you know, they're like, what, 2.75, 30-year fix, which 2.75 might sound high in this country, but this was when, you know, people were getting 3.5, you know, they've never been any lower. So to have it fixed for 30 years, you're like, great. Rates can go all the way to the moon if you want. Let them go back to 10%. If you got a 2% mortgage, you're like, great. What does it bother me? I don't need to refinance. But here's the problem. Here lies the problem. If you need to remortgage in this country, people usually stay fixed for 2 years. And since you're constantly redoing that, that's where the problem comes. You know, you're not fixed for 30 years. There is no 30-year fixed mortgage in the United Kingdom. Because if there was, I would have taken it out a long time ago. They would have offered me a 15-year fixed mortgage, I'd have took it a long time ago. Because why want to deal with the hassle of always having to show this and show that and worry that you're going to fail me for cost of this. So I'd rather just be fixed for 50. Damn, almost went the wrong way. I'm starting to get a hunger headache. I'm hungry. But the economy is strongish, but it's getting close to being weak because they are cutting. Sorry, guys. So, you know, that's kind of like the impact that I'm seeing, this high inflation and seeing this high interest rates go up, is that it's going to impact the least among us. Remember, rewind just 6 years ago, everybody in America was this request for $15 an hour. And in this country, everybody wanted this, I think it was like, everybody wanted 10 pounds an hour to work. Well, now you fast forward, 15 is now the new 25. 10 is the new 17 an hour. And so it's only, it's great, if people can get more money. I'm happy for people to get more money. I'm never going to tell people not to get more money. The problem is, I think it was the Bank of England. What do you guys call it? Chair. He was, I just was the Central Bank of England. He has some type of title, but whatever his title is. He was saying, if everybody gets inflation or tries to beat inflation, it just creates more inflation. And so that's what's sad about the state of the world we live in. That we live in a world where for others to win, somebody got to lose. For somebody to get $50 an hour, 50 pounds an hour, there got to be somebody getting underpaid at 10 pounds an hour. Everybody just can't rise up. Somebody got to take the loss. And that's the is this the turn? Yeah, this is the turn. That's the kind of world we live in. That's capitalism. That's how it works. Man, I'm getting a hunger headache. I got it on my back because we're kind of on a roll on the conversation. But it's like what to do. I don't think anybody has a solution. Now, I did see that, here in this country, in the United Kingdom, one thing that I'm not liking is you're seeing record profits in the energy companies. And again, that's just a transfer of wealth. Just a straight boom, just a grab of that money from me and you into the bank, into the pocketbooks. No, they said, guess what? We're going to make record profits. And with those record profits, we're going to then do share buybacks. That's what we're going to do. Sorry, I got to park. And that's really the crux of what happened, of what's going on. Yeah, it's a cost of living crisis. Man, I don't know if I can fit. Oh, man. Oh, sorry, guys. It's going to be a tough one. I want to know where that white car was that scratched my car. I'm fuming. Mr. Middle-aged white man, get out of my way. One second, parking. Okay. There we go, like a glove. Boop. Okay, we in there. Where's my thing? 1 second, guys. I'm gonna talk for about 5 more minutes. Let me just wrap up in here. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna wrap up in here and talk for just 5 minutes, and then go eat some breakfast. I'm hungry. Yeah. 1 second. Let me catch up on these chats. I'm not comfortable watching a black man. Okay, James Wong. Sorry. Cheers. Okay. I mean, what's that all about? But then the health suffers next day. Let's check up CJ's. What you do. Wow, Carly James, your bosses won't give you guys a paid rise. That's terrible. Ooh, that's right. There's the Commonwealth Games going on. I did see that. Okay. Well, guys, I'm starving. I'm ready to eat. So let me get out of this car. Whoop. But it was a decent chat. Let me get my wallet. Let's see what we got here. Look at that beautiful view. Beautiful view. British people out. Wow, James. Thank you. Thank you, James Wong. I love it. Thank you, James. That's so perfect. You gotta realize insults like that don't bother me. I got thicker skin than that. So you can write it. You can write it all you want. Don't bother me. Ain't gonna ever bother me. So thank you for that. You see, let's let everybody see how rude James Wong is. But go ahead, spell it again. It ain't gonna bother me. Because I don't know you. I ain't gonna ever see you. So it don't get under my skin. Come on, let's give James Wong the room. Let's hear what other insults he might have for me. Because he thinks it's funny or he thinks it's gonna upset me. It don't, because I don't know you. I ain't gonna ever meet you. I don't really care. Go ahead. Let's show the world how ridiculous you are. Come on, James. Come on. What other insults you got for me? Come on, let's hear it. Yeah, go ahead. Let yourself out. Don't bother me none at all. It just shows how ignorant you are. Don't bother me. So you gotta realize, for an insult to work, somebody has to really care. For somebody to take offense, somebody has to care. I don't care. I got way more money than you. I live in a way nicer house than you. It don't bother me. My bank account got way more zeros than yours. It don't bother me. So go ahead and say that. Say it again. Spell it all out. Spell it all out. I'm about to go, I go on way nicer vacations than you. It don't bother me. You can call me that all day long. Just know I'm one of those who has way more money than you, buddy. Yeah. So we got a troll on the channel, guys, unfortunately. So I'm gonna sign this one out. Carly, thank you guys. VC, thank you guys for chatting. That was pretty intense for him to spell that out. But quiz tomorrow, I think. So I'm about to go eat breakfast up in here. I'm hungry. But peace out, guys.